Hello and welcome to another FX Centrum daily market analysis. For today, we will cover the cross-asset list. We will speak about the coffee, crude oil, US30, USD versus Japanese yen, pound dollar, euro dollar, US30, gold market, and dollar index. And we will do so by using our FX Centrum platform. So I will start first with the coffee market, and this is a daily time frame. You can see here, I will zoom in for you so we can see that actually we spoke about this retest of the lower Bollinger Band at around 186, and seems like that level was is a key short-term support for the coffee market. Yesterday we had a narrow day. You can see the daily candle is inside of the previous day, so we have an inside day candle formation, and from this perspective you can see also the Bollinger Band started to contract. So there is a chance for the breakout in next period. So we have a resistance at 190, let's say 60 mark, and the upper Bollinger Band around 191. So for the upside breakout, I will watch potential like breakout of 191, and then the chance for the retest of the upper Bollinger Band and the resistance area that we have at 197.40. Now, in case of the downside breakout of the 185.95, there will be a chance for the lower prices and for the market to move towards the support area. You can see here on the left side that there is a pin bar low, so the area around 176, 177. The 177 mark. In the background, also you can see that there was a bearish divergence on the stochastic oscillator, which actually caused this downside move in the last couple of days. Now, speaking of the crude oil, you can see that market actually had some bear divergence on the rate of change, and then market pulled back. But yesterday we had a rejection of our support. This was a key support around 76 level on the crude oil, and there was a strong rejection yesterday of that middle Bollinger Band. This was something that we saw like very similar to like a few days ago when the market also rejected of the middle Bollinger Band, which is also a 20-day moving average at this point. So because of this rejection, and again stochastic is trading upside, we can also go to, for example, 4-hour. And we can see also that the fast line started to rally, and even if you go to the hourly time frame, even to the lower frames, you can see now that market is doing this very tight consolidation, but there is a rising middle Bollinger Band, a rising 20-bar moving average. So at this point, there is a chance for the market to rally towards this pivot high at 79 mark, and if we can see that, if we can have the breakout of that, there is a chance for the retest of 82.20 mark. Again, the short-term support, the key short-term support, is set at 75.70 mark on crude oil. Now, speaking of the US 100 index, we can see here that we had a two days up, and market is just at this mother candle, which was a mother candle of the inside candle pattern. And at 17,000, I will say like a 900 mark is quite a critical pivot short term. So the rate of change flipped to the downside. So there we might have a chance for the downside movement and some pullback towards the 17,227 or even 70,827 mark. There is also a chance if the market cannot retrace, even despite the rate of change flip to the downside, then there will be a chance for the retest of 18,000 mark. You can see stochastic is trying to pick up the momentum upside again. So this is a very important pivot to watch. And depending on what we see here, if we get some rejection and then some follow through, then the retest of the lows is possible. If we break this level and hold, then the retest of 18,000 will be in the play. Now, speaking of the USD versus Japanese yen, we can see here that the market had a narrow day 2 days ago and some down day yesterday. It's near this upper Bollinger Band. we just lower the frames like to the hourly time frame or even 30-minute time frame, we can see that market is mostly trading around this Bollinger Bands, around the upper Bollinger Band and the lower Bollinger Band, so more like in the range regime. And this, let's go to the daily frame. Now this resistance, the key resistance, is set at 150.83. And from my opinion, only if we can break that level and hold above, then there will be a chance for the higher prices towards the next pivot level at 151.85. If that's not the case, there is a still chance for the lower prices and potential retest of the 148.81 mark or middle Bollinger Band area. So this area around 148.95 or let's say 149 mark can be in the play. Now, speaking of the pound versus US dollar, there was a chance for the market to retest 1.2517, and we spoke about that in the previous daily market analysis. But what happened here is yesterday there was a rejection, and the lower Bollinger Band actually held pretty well. And at this point, we can see the rate of change flipped to the upside, and so far it's still the second day down, it's flipped up. So there is a chance for the retest of the middle Bollinger Band again, an area around 1.2, 640, 635 mark. So market didn't have actually power to go and revisit this swing low around 1.2517, and we got a rejection from the lower Bollinger Band. If we go and check a lower frame, like 30-minute, we can see market is just in the, around the upper and lower Bollinger. There's nothing now. There was this pullback into the middle Bollinger Band on hourly time frame, and also market seems like it's contracting at this point, but this seems like a nice bull flag. So intraday time frame is testing more potential upside structure today, and that can also feed this daily structure and this retest of the middle Bollinger Band potentially, and that's a likely scenario based on the current condition and what happened in the past few days. Euro dollar is actually quite interesting, and I think this is one of my favorite conditions and structures, technically speaking, of course. We can see on the stochastic oscillator here that we have a bullish divergence on the daily time frame, and I will just put a trend line here so you can see quite clearly here. There was a lower low made in the price made a lower low, the oscillator made a higher low, and this is something that we call bullish divergence, and it's a sign for potential rally. Actually, market already started that rally, but there is a still chance for the full retest of the 1.0800 mark, which is a previous swing high, and also the area around the middle Bollinger Band. And if there is a bigger momentum to the upside, there is even chance for the whole retest of this range and the range high at 1.0880 mark, which is area near the upper Bollinger Band based on a current readings of the upper Bollinger Band. So I think this is definitely my favorite bullish divergence on stochastic on the daily time frame. The market started to rally and holding this rally pretty nice and structurally. You can see also if you go hourly time frame, just doing the horizontal consolidation. If you go to the 4-hour time frame or go to the 15, you can see that market kind of just holding this horizontal, so it's holding very well after the rally yesterday. So there is a chance for the higher prices from my perspective on the euro dollar. Now checking US30, and let's switch to the daily time frame. We can see that after this inside day, market rallied, but again there is a plenty of underlying resistance there, and also the upper Bollinger Band on the daily time frame. So this is the very important area. You can see around, I will say around this 38,900 and 38,930 mark. An upper Bollinger Band seems like it's around 38,000. I'll say around 39,000. It's a quite important pivot level, and the rate of change here is showing the flip to the downside. So we might have a pullback day today towards the middle Bollinger Band. Of course, if the intraday structure will confirm that, so far it's just pretty flat and we'll have a horizontal consolidation. But in case of the downside movement, and if the market can provide some bear flag on intraday, that there is a chance for rotation back towards the daily middle Bollinger Band. And that's the reading around, just place a horizontal line there, reading around 38,477. Only from my perspective, in case of break of this 39,000 and hold above, we can see the higher prices a new all-time high. Now, speaking of the gold market, as you can see here on hourly time frame, we have a clear bull divergence, bullish flag. So the stochastic is holding pretty well, and you can see here that market is in a strong upside cycle, and this looks like a nice bullish flag. And you can see how market is contracting here in the Bollinger Bands, and there is a potential for the breakout. Actually, in fact, if we can break the 2010 mark and hold above, there is a chance even for the full rally towards this swing high at 2030 mark. For the downside scenario, so this is a likely scenario for the market and for gold to rally and try to recover from this big sell-off this week. But in case of the downside move, and I will say the break of the 1995 and below, then there is a chance for the market to retest the low at 1983. But the situation, condition, and the momentum is to the upside. So the upside scenario is more likely to happen. And dollar index, after market actually closed above this Bollinger Band, upper Bollinger Band, market actually had a very narrow, more like a doji candle into the upper Bollinger Band. The next day was a down day. So that's just a not good sign for the market to carry further upside. And there is a chance for the retest on the dollar index of 103.80 level, or even the pin bar low at 103.58 level. So that will be all for this FX Centrum daily market update. Feel free to comment and like and subscribe on our YouTube channel, and be ready for the next update. Have a good trading day, guys, and speak to you from next week.